Hi guys, I have some very sad news. I can't drink tonight because I have a horrible headache that I had to take like 4 Advils for. And because I like my kidneys, I'm not gonna mix that with alcohol, but I can always still make snarky comments sober. That's my thing to do, actually. So let's get started, shall we? So I had to watch some Skyrim memes to clear my brain a little bit, but I promise you it's gonna make my migraine worse. As Alduin slept, he dreamed. No, he was obviously fucking skateboarding in Sovngarde. He dreamed of Tamriel as it was when he ruled over it. Only this time, no Jur slaves walked around. I don't see that being a probability. Because if he was fine with the system for thousands of years and has made no active effort to change, like party snacks, he ain't gonna change now. Anyway, the Jur worked but did not slay. What's the difference? Dragons sailed through the sky. The dragons in Jur form walked among the humans and at times even assisted them. Honestly, again, the only ones I could potentially see doing that would be like Party Snacks and Ovadim. The other ones would not like that. It was nice. Alduin stood on top of Skyhaven Temple. Why would he want to be somewhere dedicated to murdering him and his siblings? Like, be for real. Parthenax was sitting in the shade on a chair reading a book. He had once been quite the bookworm. Habits return easily during peaceful times, it seems. Alduin then turned his head to some archery targets with Daedric arrows in them. I don't see him doing that, but let's continue. Odahviing was practicing his archery and ranged Thuum. You could have just said they were both doing archery. Or practicing their shouts. I mean, honestly, that would make more sense considering that dragon fighting is just yelling at each other. Next to Odahviing was Drinevere. Drinevere was practicing his dark arts. Yay! You know, it's like a summer camp, see? We got the archery aisle, the reading aisle, and the summoning your dead grandma aisle. Lovely. Summoning black skeletal beings to shoot arrows for him. That's a run-on sentence. Alduin was pleased with his followers. Suddenly, Alduin felt hands roaming his back. He gasped softly and turned to see her. The Dovahkiin, Mirth, his forever mate. She was smiling at him and chuckled a bit at his startled response. Did I scare you? She teased. No, obviously not. Alduin shook his head and pulled her close to him using her waist. Her belly appeared to be quite large. Female Dova pregnancies lasted quite a long time. 17 Jor months to be precise. I've been pregnant for 9 months. My youngest was trying to make it to 10. If I was pregnant for 17 months, y'all would hate me because I would go crazy. He let out a pleased rumble and rubbed her belly with his hand. Mirth, you should be sitting down. Your feet will get tired, achy, and swollen, he said. Then he swept her up in his arms, holding her bridal style. Mirth giggled at that. I enjoy your feet massages, Alduin. They are worth the swelling and itching, she teased. Ew, foot fetish. Alduin shook his head, carrying her inside of the temple. He came to a room once meant for blade meetings in front of his wall. Alduin's wall. Now had been converted into a temporary residence for the two powerful beings. Alduin laid Mirth in the nest-like hole in front of the ancient prophecy. Oh, so they're birds. It had the same pillows and blankets as the one in their loved den had. Mirth smiled and relaxed in the den. Alduin, when will we find that bastard? Before they find us. Right? She asked, a hint of worry in her usually strong voice. Alduin nodded to her. We will. When we do, I shall grant you the final blow. Alduin woke up to see Mirth still sleeping against his chest. Looking at the night sky from his den, he sighed. Closing his eyes, he spoke, and I'm not going to attempt to say it, so we're just going to go to the translation. Akatosh, you must have something in mind for us. The wall must not be the truth. Boo! Anyway, that's chapter 6 for now. Now we're gonna do 7. And that one's a little bit longer. And yes, like I told y'all, I skimmed through these just to nitpick. In the morning, Alduin dressed up in his armor, waiting for Merch to finish dressing in her own. He looked over at her to see her slipping into her dark Brotherhood robes. They looked quite comfortable. Alduin walked outside of the den, taking a deep breath of air from the frigid Skyrim air. You just repeated yourself. Honestly, taking a deep breath from the somewhat frigid Skyrim air would have made more sense. He then sighed as he saw a beautiful aura across the sky. Mirth and him must have slept all day. Mirth walked out next to him and smiled to Alduin. That whole process was wow, she said and blushed darkly. Take a shot for me, because, I told y'all we were going to take shots every time she said blush darkly. R.I.P. If I didn't have this headache, I'd be pounding a fucking margarita right now. Anyway, Alduin blushed a bit inside. Dovahkiin, we must leave this place. Now, we attracted so much attention, and I can smell someone approaching as we speak, he said softly. Mirth nodded, then grabbed Alduin's hand, causing him to startle and emit a startled noise. Yeah, of course y'all sat there and made a whole grand scene of everyone hearing your sex tape for free. Like, damn, at least charge or something. Y'all didn't have them people's consent to be screaming in their ear all night. We should head to Solitude. I need to buy some more comfortable clothing from Radiant Raiment. You should get some clothing too. That armor will chafe you after a while. The only smart thing this woman has ever said. Softly, Alduin nodded to her, soon descending the mountain before anyone could notice them. After going to Solitude, the newly mated duo entered the clothing shop. Mirth had one of the High Elf sisters assist Alduin into something more comfortable. As Mirth was trying on something, she heard Alduin rush out of the room he was using to try on things. He could have just said the dressing room. Woman, I swear if you touch me again, you'll lose your hand, Alduin yelled at the elf, rage burning in his chest. How dare this Jor touch him? He was mated and not in the mood for a Jor with poor morals. Let me guess, she's a slut because her girl Mirth is obviously not like other girls. Guys, she's special. Alduin barged into Mirth's room, causing the elf helping her to block Mirth's naked body with her own. Sir, you need to go back to the... Why would she have to be naked to try on clothes? Like, most people keep their underwear on, because let's be honest, who the fuck wants to try underwear that's probably got someone's crabs in it? The elf grew quiet, I guess she means quiet, as Mirth placed a hand on her shoulder. It's okay, Tari. He's seen me like this before, so don't worry, she said. Yeah, I bet he has. Mirth noticed that Alduin was fuming. She smiled to Tari gently, then spoke. Please bring some of your outfits here for him. I'll help him into them, she said softly. Tari nodded and went to go get the outfits. Mirth pulled the fuming Dova into her room and sighed. What the hell was that all about? She asked him, quirking an eyebrow. What? Alduin frowned and suddenly pulled Mirth to him. That horrid Jor attempted to seduce me. Indari. The same Indari that every time you walk into her store has a fucking attitude and has something snarky to say to you all the time. It doesn't matter if you're a human, an orc, a Khajiit, an elf. She always has something snarky and mean to say to you. Tari is a little bit less mean, but she's still a bitch. Like, those two bitches are the girls that used to talk about Met Gala all week and then talk shit about everyone's outfits. Like, they go to the nail salon and everything together. They're not like that. And honestly, I do not like where this is fucking heading, because to me, it is starting to seem like one of those irritating girl boss things that's just super fucking gross and misogynist, because our protagonist is a special pick-misha that all dudes are attracted to, and every other woman is either stupid or a slut. Anita Blake. He hissed out. Mirth chuckled at that. She acts all high and mighty, but in all honesty, she is really slutty. Almost as slutty as the bitch from the bunkhouse in Riften. She's a sex worker / prostitute. Of course she's gonna have to be. I mean, that's how you rake in money. Also, she's talking a lot to be the bitch that cheated on her husband because his sperm didn't work. You know what? I'm gonna stop it right here because I already got mad.